It is July 11th, the July 11th edition of Parking Lot Preview here at McKeon Park alongside Jason Boue and our special guest today, Austin DeCouta. I'm Ben Pope. As the Hyannis Harbor Hawks are riding a strong 3-game winning streak into tonight's action against the Cotuit Kettleers. Jason, a real big win last night on Monday, a 6-4 win against the Bourne Braves, a real good one there, extending our win streak to 3 games. Talk to me a little bit about what we saw last night.
Yeah, it was a great game. Still undefeated in those beautiful orange jerseys. Love to see them. I know we're seeing them again today. Something tells me we're going to keep seeing them until the team loses, and maybe even after that. I think Coach Beatty just really likes them. But no, it was a great win last night. The start of the game, honestly, really shaky. Bourne's pitcher was just dominant. 5 innings. I think he allowed 2 hits in those 5 innings. Just great stuff from him. But then Harbor Hawks in the 6th hit 3 home runs in the 6th inning, bottom of the 6th, and then just took the lead, dominant. And then another fog game, still undefeated in fog games, 3-0-1 I think now. So something about that fog always works out. So
yeah, nice enough weather here today. Hopefully no fog in the forecast. But yeah, huge 6th inning last night, kind of carrying Hyannis to the win. 3 home runs in that inning as well. We got Cam Smith adding his fourth of the season, and also Zach York and Elijah Hinline adding their first of the season. So pretty cool there to see. And you also had the player of the game, which was Zach York.
Yeah, Zach York had a great night last night, 2 for 4 with a monster home run. The biggest home run I've seen so far on the Cape One, way over the scoreboard, into the trees, just crushed. And he's been doing a great job. It was only his 3rd game playing for the Harbor Hawks, so we're just getting used to seeing him, but he's looked really good so far. He's batting .400, and I think he's going to continue to be a great player for the Harbor Hawks, hold down that first base.
Yeah, it's been really great to see Zach really succeed over the first few games. I believe 4 hits and 10 at-bats, so he's been really successful here at the Cape thus far. I want to turn over to Austin DeCouta, wearer of many hats here with Hyannis. He's in charge of the broadcast team, also in charge of a bunch of different sponsorships going on with the team. Talk to us a little bit about what you do with the team and kind of what your responsibilities are.
Yeah, so I was an intern last summer as a broadcaster, and then this year just recently graduated college, so I'm overseeing the broadcast, which entails like a 4-camera shoot, 3 broadcasters, 3 producers, and a sideline reporter, and then I oversee all the media segments they put out, and then with the sponsorship side of things, all the advertising we do, the marketing, and then anyone who is advertising or marketing with us, I oversee that partnership, facilitate all of that, and just kind of working to build community relationships with the Hawks and Barnstable area.
Yeah, it's been really cool to see all the different sponsorships that Hyannis has seen this year. You travel out to McKeon Park, you can see all the banners that are pretty much crowding all of the outfield out there in McKeon, so it's really cool. And we also have our another recent event here tonight, kind of a kids' night here at McKeon. Talk to us a little bit about what's going on.
So our event team planned some activities for kids at the park tonight, just kind of a night where we can bring them in, do a bunch of different things. So we have face painting for free, a couple inflatable games, a little kind of a mini dunk tank. You're not in the dunk tank, but stand out of the bucket, you can get wet. Kids are going to run the bases after the game. We got some yard games planned, some player, autographs, meet and greets, a little bit of everything. So should be a fun night. I'm excited to see a big crowd, a rivalry game against Cotuit. So usually everyone kind of makes a trip across Barnstable. But yeah, should be a fun night. A bunch of free activities for kids.
I know my little cousins are coming, so hopefully you plan some good stuff, Austin.
I hope so. I'm excited.
That sounds like a fun night, but you mentioned the rivalry game against Cotuit tonight, so we can kind of get into a little bit more about the pitching matchup first. We can talk about Hayden Frank, who will be taking a mound here for Hyannis tonight, only making his 3rd start of the season, but has pitched in 16 innings to a 2.2 ERA thus far. He's been really effective here for Hyannis, and he's going to be taking on Nick Dugan for Cotuit, making his first start of the Cape Cod season, but had a little bit of a rough freshman year at Stanford, pitching to a 7.3 ERA, but looking to bounce back here at Hyannis. But we can kind of talk about the lineup as well here,
Yes,
Jason.
we actually have a lineup today. It's a rarity on the
There we
Parking Lot
go.
Preview, but shout out Harrison Rubin sourcing it for us. We got Nick Mitchell leading off and playing center field. We got Cam Smith at 3rd base per usual. Austin Kelly's playing first today. And then Zach York will be DHing. Then Zach Earhart in right field. John Gazdar playing shortstop. Elijah Hainline at second base. A little switch up there. Brody Darnay back behind the dish. And then Trey Lipsy playing left field. And as you mentioned, Hayden Frank on the mound.
Well, it's that time of the parking lot preview where we pick our players of the game. I'm going to defer to our guest first here, Austin. See what you got. We're kind of living up to expectation because our previous guests, the interns from the Cape Cod League, actually picked Cam Smith last night.
Oh.
So,
well, I could pick Cam Smith and kind of continue the trend. I mean, he's got 4 home runs in the year. Really impressive young power bat, and no matter where they move him in the lineup, I know he hit lead off some games. Tonight in the 2 spot, I believe, and then I've seen Coach Beatty kind of shuffle him around defensively as well, trying out some stuff this summer. But he's responded to every call that Coach Beatty has asked him to do, whether it's in the lineup, defensively. He's been really solid. Somebody to look out for, and it's easy to see why other people pick him because when you're on the field, you see this guy 6'4", ton of muscle and a ton of strength, and he's easy to stand out on a nightly basis.
Yeah, he's really making a case to show up in the All-Star game as well. He's one of our probable leading candidates here to represent Hyannis. I'm going to go with a kind of a hot bat here for Hyannis over the last few games, and that's Trey Lipsy. He's been really demolishing right-handed pitching as of late. 3 out of his last 4 starts, he's gotten multiple hits, so he's been really doing a great job at the bottom of the lineup, getting on base and making sure he's providing enough stability at the bottom of the lineup to give the top of the lineup more opportunities to score more runs here for Hyannis. And we're looking to do that in the early innings tonight, so hopefully get a lead here early. But Jason, who's your pick for tonight?
I'm going to go with maybe the most consistent bet for the Harbor Hawks right now. Leadoff man Nick Mitchell. He's running an 8-game hitting streak right now, and I see no reason why he's not going to keep it going. It just seems like every at bat he's putting the ball in play, beating out throws, doing everything. He works hard for this team. He wants to get on base, just like a great leadoff man should, and I think he's going to have a great game tonight.
All right, so there are our picks here for tonight's action against the Cotuit Kettleers. Make sure to come on out to McKeon Park if you're interested in hanging out with the players and kind of seeing the kids' night as well. Pretty cool opportunity to bring your kids to that. So with that, we'll say see you later for now. And for Jason Boue and Austin DeCouta, been Ben Pope, and we'll see you on the next parking lot preview.
Go Hawks.